Hi, and welcome to HUR at Home. It's Ladies' Night, and we have I mean a lot, to unpack. So tell all your friends, this is the place to be. We've got a lot to celebrate. Let's just get this whole conversation started. Let's bring in Coka-Lani first, followed by Nina Brown, followed by Autumn Joy. Woo! Look at Nina with the props. Yes, girl. Oh, my goodness. My WHUR family. You know what? It would not be right without toasting each and every one of us and everybody at WHUR. We are the number one music station in the DMV. Oh, my gosh. And we owe it all to our faithful, wonderful listeners, and of course the top brass at HUR and the on-air personalities to make it happen. So proud of all of us, an amazing team, an amazing family. And okay, while you still have your drinks in your hand, you know what? I forgot this last week. We had a whole show. We went through the whole show on Wednesday night, and it was our producer's birthday. And I did not shout out Robin Akinwele. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Robin.
Happy birthday, Robin. I was trying to get her to show up so we could give her her flowers and her kisses, but she can hear us, and she's in the background making sure. That's her right there posting.
We love you, Robin.
We love you, Robin, and happy birthday to you. Couple things. All right, are you ladies watching the Genius Aretha on National Geographic?
No. Well,
okay.
I didn't. Well, her family was boycotting it. And so I didn't think that it was like going to be a thing, but apparently it is. So
it's so good.
Yeah.
I don't know how much, is, if they're boycotting it, how much is fact, how much is fiction, but it's really good. And Billy Woodruff, who is BET family, he's directing the one tonight. So happy. It's the fourth and final of the series.
I was going to say, so it's a series, not a movie. Okay.
Right. It was a movie, and they broke it, I guess, into 4 nights on National Geographic. But they're probably going to be like, BET and all these other networks who will air it over and over and over again for the ratings, I'm sure. So hopefully you'll get a chance to see that. But that was pretty good. All right. Now, there's so much other that we could cover, but I would love to get right into the juice of it. But first, let's shout out all of our comments. Nina.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to LaJuan Watson, Isabella. Who else is on here? Dennis Wright, Thisdale, Marcella Rich. We see y'all. Everyone saying congratulations on the ratings. Thank you so much, y'all.
Thank you so much. And Isabella from Dubai. I'm sorry, Coka-Lani?
No, I said Autumn was talking about boycotts, and I was just going to mention Anita Baker is saying boycott listening to her music on any digital streaming platform.
Streaming.
Yes. So only listen to it on WHUR.
You know what's so crazy? I tweeted Anita Baker.
Anita Baker.
And she tweeted me back. Oh my God.
What?
I was a celebrity for
That's huge.
I was like,
what did you tweet?
I said, hey sis, are we still boycotting your music? Again, I tweet celebrities all the time, and but she was like, yes, please. I screenshotted it. I was like, I'm a celebrity. My auntie talked to me. Y'all can't tell me nothing.
Oh, I love it. Well, you know what? Speaking of boycotting, what is his name? The originator of the Village People is boycotting getting a Grammy. He told them where they could put that Grammy and said that they're, just being so racist. They have not supported a lot of Black people. And, he's like, they were going to put him into the Grammy Hall of Fame. He's like, no good. No, thank you. We're good.
Wow.
Did you hear that? Yeah. From a Village People founder rejects Hall of Fame induction.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Did they ever even get a Grammy to start off with? Probably not, right?
It was for the group and for their song YMCA.
Right.
Yeah.
So whether they got the Grammy or not, I'm not sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of artists are trying to, boycott the Grammys because, the lack of inclusion, if you will. And I can say this past Grammys, that was probably the blackest Grammys that I've seen in a very long time,
Yeah.
So that just goes to show you, even to kind of backpedal with the Aretha Franklin story, was it on National Geographic Channel? When have they ever played any type of movies or anything? So what you're seeing now is a lot of networks scrambling to get the black views. Like they're realizing that we carry weight.
Animal Planet,
right? I'm just like they're just there. But I mean, I get it. We definitely are heavy when it comes to that category. So yeah,
I saw a lot of people
heavy when it comes to spending.
I needed to get her master's because their house needs to get clean.
Wait, what happened?
A lot of people were saying, I need Auntie to get her master's because my house needs to get clean. The people said they haven't been cleaning their house because
they can't stream.
Oh,
that is funny. I love that.
I thought you were saying somebody saw inside of her house. I thought you were saying like a hoarder or something.
I was like, what? Oh no, not a hoarder. Okay, this would be a good segue. So, all right, everybody is talking about, and there are memes and everything, Derek Jackson, who, what is going to happen to his, would you ever listen to him with any relationship advice going forward? So just so that we're all on the same page, I would like to rely on one of our radio sisters, either Nina or Autumn, to just tell those who are watching, Nina, just bring us up to date. Let them know what is going on if they haven't seen it.
So I guess on Sunday, a alleged mistress came forward and did an interview with a popular blogger, Tasha K, exposing the fact that she'd been having an affair with Derek Jackson. I mean, she had explicit details, even talked about that they had sex in his bed, the bed that he shares with his wife. And of course, when the news broke on Monday, everyone was like, sis has receipts, but they were trying to give him the benefit of the doubt because he's always talking about relationships and girl, leave him if he ever treats you like this, and that. And then later on around Monday, about 6:00, Derek Jackson goes on Facebook Live with his gripping his wife's hand. And he acknowledges that he has been cheating. He said that, this happened I guess last year sometime, that they had processed it, that they had repented, that God had forgiven them. And it was really awkward. Sis did not look prepared physically, mentally, emotionally. It was just really weird, but he definitely admitted that it was all true, that he had been cheating on his wife. And of course, me being Nina Brown, I went looking for all kinds of information because I was like, listen, when I first met Derek Jackson about a year ago, I've always thought he was a fraud. I had bad vibes when I met him the first time. He came in the studio, he was hella arrogant. And I'm like, this doesn't feel right. Like your whole
intuition does not lie.
Right. And your whole thing is about protecting women and bigging up women. And then you when I met him in the studio at the station down in Atlanta, and his whole vibe was super arrogant. And I said to Franksky that day, I said, there's something off with him. And really honestly, what has come to light is everything I felt when I met him. It was just that vibe. His wife apparently has been dealing with body issues, colorism issues. She had made posts about basically having threesomes with some dark-skinned woman that she refers to as being perfect, that her husband has sexually idolized, and basically she's been tortured by, just the way he has treated her. It's just crazy. She even talked about not liking her daughter's skin tone because she was dark-skinned. She has dealt with a lot of mental issues, and it is clear when you go on her page that is still very public, and apparently, she's just enjoying the limelight at this point. I can't figure it out because she keeps posting. She keeps going live. She's posting all her DMs, saying, thank you for the love and support. It almost seems like she's been wanting a little bit of validation that her husband's been getting, and he's never given to her or shared with her. And now she's getting it, and she's really kind of eating it up. It's really weird, y'all.
You know what's interesting? Lawan made an interesting comment. You see that? Do y'all think this whole saga has been staged?
There's a new book called Healing, right?
So what do we think? What do we think about that? In the comment section, we'd love to know your thoughts. But what do you ladies think? Do you think it's staged?
Well, I can just say this. I was familiar with Derek Jackson. I never listened to his advice. It's just something about a super juiced up muscular guy in his car talking. I just like Nina said, his vibe, even from the internet, just kind of gave off like, you give me cheater dude vibes. Like, I'm good, bro. Yeah. So when news broke that, what was going on, of course, I wasn't surprised, but then when you dig deeper, you see that they had been together since like college. I'm sure that a lot of that had come into play. Apparently, he has been cheating on her since college. She did say that she tried to leave him before, but then he told her that, Jesus forgave him and And that's another thing that I take issue with when people use the Bible as a crutch to justify somebody's negative actions. So I feel like she utilized the Bible to justify his cheating. I also do think that, and Coka-Lani will probably disagree with me on this, I do think appearance is important. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, let's just, the video where she had the bonnet on and no bra and the glasses, let's just err on the side of caution and say, okay, he maybe woke her up, she was unprepared, and she was kind of there. But then when she came back and did another video, she had like a hat, her braid, like her hair was half out. And I'm just like, okay, at this point, I'm just like, sis, like your message is getting lost because I just want to braid your hair. So again, it's a little petty. You know what I'm saying? I get it. And I get your point, Coka-Lani. It's not that people are trying, I'll speak for myself. It's not that I want to tear her down, because I don't, because like Nina said, there's clearly deeper seated issues there, but it's like your message can be received if you just kept yourself up a little bit more. But in that same tone, I saw a lot of people on social media like, oh, maybe if she didn't give up on her appearance, he wouldn't be doing A, B, and C. Now that I don't agree with. If you're a cheater, you're a cheater. If your wife decides she does not want to comb her hair for a whole week and you step out on her, that is you. That is not her. So that's just my little spiel on it.
If I just to that one little point, I mean, she was. Oh, it's a beret. And then she talked about it in her most recent post. She was saying that she's not the kind of woman who sits up straight and fixes herself up. Okay, well, I mean, I agree with you, Autumn, that, that shouldn't be the reason that he cheats. But, I mean, you've got this full-grown man, you've got this relationship. Those are things that you do for yourself and you do it for your mate. I mean, spruce yourself up a little bit. You don't have to not comb your hair. That's just that part right there. It's like just in, the things that you do for your mate. I mean, I'm all about pillow talk and what can you do to, spice things up and keep your partner interested. I'm not saying that's the reason to cheat, because it definitely is not. But that one part right there, and then to, I guess that's just who she's decided to be, for whatever reason, which makes me think there's probably some depression based on some of the stuff that Nina just said that he's done, that she's probably, maybe given up.
Yeah.
But that's actually, to be honest, lost a lot of weight. Sorry, Coca. She's actually, to be honest with you, because I did all the research, she lost a tremendous amount of weight. She had 2 babies back to back and gained a lot of weight, and she's posted her transformation. So to be honest, although we're seeing her for the first time, like it looks like herself, her friends, and her family have actually, she's come a long way, and actually what she's like today is I think she's quite proud because she's come a long way in her weight loss journey.
Oh, well, good for her. That's good. Coca?
Okay. Well, I knew
Any comment?
No, I would say this is threefold. I think there are like 3 stories that are going on here. I met Derek Jackson a couple years ago. He came to DC actually, and he did like one of those little conference things. And I was there covering it for another radio station. But there were like 3, like there was a poet, spoken word, and there was another guy named Stefan, who's a believer, talks about relationships, and Derek Jackson. And I'm going to be honest, I do listen, I listen to everybody who has some inspirational things to say. And, I did hear some of the stuff he said over the years, but when I went to go to cover the event, it was just amazing how many women were there. So basically, you know, and I know guys be like, oh, that guy makes me sick. Oh, he's always down in men. But when I went there, I was surprised to see the amount of loyal following that he had. I mean, there were so many women. The place was sold out. So I think the first thing is, for years, he's been given this advice about relationship. So many women, he sold books. So you have so many women who's believed in him. You know, Little Duval did a meme saying if he did one of those lawyer things. If you listen to any Derek Jackson advice over the 5 GI year, you are due compensation if your relationship broke up or something like that. He was making fun of it, but it's true because a lot of women were taking his word as gospel, and their relationships might have ended. They might have utilized it in their decision making with their relationship. So I see that one thing where he sort of fell from grace in front of everyone's eye, like, oh, you said all this stuff and then you fell from grace. The second thing is, when he tried to save his face by going on the internet, you know, and making this public, Tammy Faye, Jimmy Baker. I don't know if y'all remember that back in the day when they went on television and they did, well, we're sorry.
Her mascara. I remember the mascara.
But I do agree with what Nina and Autumn said. You know, everyone, you know, when I was reading the comments, a lot of people said, you know, he made sure he looked good, but he didn't care about his queen. And he should. And a lot of people were saying for years they didn't even know he was married because the way he gives advice, you know, he never shows his wife or anything. So this is the first time people are seeing his wife, and they're seeing her with a cap on that looks like a bonnet, and she doesn't look fixed up. She looked like he said, come on, let's do it. So a lot of people were saying he was more concerned about saving his face and his image and his brand than caring about making sure his queen looked like a queen. So from that point, I didn't think he was really covering her as a husband, because he knows what he deals with in social media. So making sure he covered her as a husband to say, you know what, you're going to be out here, you know, let's get your hair done. Let's do this. Let's do that. But then a lot of people were saying she was probably fed up and said, you know what, if you want to do this, I ain't dressing up for you. Let's go ahead and do this. So
who knows?
But the last thing that I saw, and, you know, Autumn sent me a link today. She's like, we don't talk about this tonight. Because I saw her first video that she did afterwards. And I am a believer, and I'm a strong believer in the word of God, you know, in the scripture and the Holy Spirit. So I understood where, you know, they were trying to say, you know, not having things hold you bondage. You fall, you get up, you know, the righteous man falls 7 times, gets up 77. So it's like you understand that these trials aren't meant to bind you down. But I don't believe that they fully allow for the healing to take place between both of them. So what happens is when she goes on the social media rants, it's premature because people are like, we know you're hurting, sis. We know you're hurting. So before you start trying to tell people how God is healing you, you need to heal.
Yeah.
You know, before you start telling people the word and how the enemy tries to destroy your marriage, you need to heal because we know you are hurting. And so when she was posting, and I saw the things that she was posting on her Instagram page, and I, like you, Nina, I went back looking and I was like, oh, you know, she had beautiful wedding pictures and everything like that, had the babies, went up, down, had some little things. But I also, her transparency, she's being transparent to a fault almost because of the fact that she is sharing so much. And a lot of people, again, this is the first time that they're seeing her. They're like, girl, you ain't even got clothes on, and you telling us to you can't minister when we know that you still need ministering too. And I think when she was posting those things that she was posting things from other people who were like, I'm so proud of your testimony because you're helping me believe that things can continue on with my relationship. And then when I heard and I read a little further, and then that'll be it, she did leave him. They said she left him back in November. And she left him, and the marriage was basically over, but he came back, and she did not listen to him until he showed the character change. Because there's a lot of people who can say, I'm sorry, but until you see a change in character. But again, I think he had to do it because he's done so much public display of what relationships should be that he owed it to the public to say, look, I messed up. But now it's like, she's now the spotlight's on her, and I don't think that's fair for him. I don't think he thought about it.
Listen, this is the second time you cheated, right? Admittedly. So you cheated the first time. So, right. Hello. So here you are. You're with this guy who's for 10 years, and you guys are married. He's cheated the first time. He repented. You two are always quoting Bible scriptures. He turns into he turns into this guy who is, getting his wife back. And that's, as, according to him, how he's, got this whole I'm the relationship guru thing by talking about how he's treating his queen. And, even because he has her back, he's writing books about it. He's, giving seminars. That's because he cheated the first time and she let him back. Okay. So here we are again. So what does that face look like of the guy who is repented and God has transformed him? No, sis. I mean, if that's his character, I believe in God so much. God is my everything. And I know God does not want me to live this way.
Yeah.
When I'm cheated on, and I have been cheated on, which I've said even on this platform, and I, forgave my fiance and, had him come back and he cheated again. And I just decided, you know what? This has nothing to do with me. You need to get yourself together. This is not how God intended me to live.
No, and
I'm out.
You're right. But I think also with the institution of marriage is not a business transaction. And I can't speak. I haven't been married. And Nina, I know you can speak a lot on it more. But I'm just saying from
a business transaction.
No. I think what has happened is, and what they're trying to say, which is getting clouded with all his mess, is they're trying to say how we can overcome hardships and we can overcome things. But she's looking like the victim in it because he doesn't look like he's remorseful.
And there's a thing of cheating and making a mistake and then correcting your actions.
I don't think he ever repented.
And then manipulating, being a narcissist, being
part.
All that's like, come on, bro. Like at the end of the day, he's coming off like a narcissist and like he's very manipulative. And that's different from cheating, healing, and then correcting your actions and never going back.
Yeah.
I don't think he's done that. And I don't think he's
even in the apology. The apology was so cold and calculated when he's sitting there with her.
And it's my life. My lovely wife right here. Like, bro, come on.
Do you guys believe that she's never been on social media at all? And when he finally brings her out, I think she's the one who's taking the victim. She's everybody's looking at her now. Like she's only 28 years old, by the way.
So here's what I think. I think that sis has a golden opportunity to flip this in her favor. All she got to do is get herself a good little PR team, get her, somebody to do her a cute little lace front, because we still haven't really seen her hair. You know what I'm saying? So I do think that she can flip it and become the more popular one out of this situation. I mean, that's just me thinking from like the entertainment side, because, at the end of the day, everything, the dirty laundry, it got aired out. Derek Jackson was not, I don't think he's sorry. I just think he's sorry that he got caught up the way that he did. You know what I'm saying? Because he just does not come off as someone that's going to stop cheating. He comes off as somebody who lays traps with honey to get more women. So, I mean, again, like I said, hopefully sis smartens up, somebody's in her ear, and hopefully, by the end of this month, we see her booking information and she's on the Shade Room getting ready to go talk somewhere.
I honestly, like, for real, I actually care about people's like wholeness and well-being.
Yeah.
She needs to be worried about flipping this into no PR stunt. I think she needs to get off of social media, make her page private, stop posting the DMs, and deal with your real life.
Get out of there.
You have two small children, like a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. This is real life, baby girl. Like, you're raising someone's mother and someone's future father, you know what I mean? Like, you have a responsibility to be whole or attempt to be whole as much as you can for your children. Baby, get F social media, okay? F that check. Worry about your mental health and get off of social media.
Girl, I'm putting the GoFundMe in my bio.
We need to intervene and help that sister. I'm definitely praying for her, because a lot of women, really feel like, oh my goodness, I've hit the jackpot with this one. He's so fine. He buys me this, he buys me that. And meanwhile, emotionally, they are broken people. And, people who are narcissists, they try to convince you that you are nothing without them. They break you down emotionally. And I don't know these people, but I hope she kind of appears that she's in a place where she feels like, this is, I need to fix this. I need to stay. I need to, just hang in there when I'm thinking, I know you're married, I know you're trying, but some people are not savable. And if the husband is not going to be treating you well and not treating your children well, then, I mean, I'm not a cheerleader for people getting divorces, but I am a cheerleader of you doing what you have to do to take care of yourself, whatever that means.
And I agree with what Nina said. I think right now, she's been thrusted into the social media limelight because she was never there. And Derek should take, and this is just me being objective, I think Derek should take the initiative and say, babe, you don't have to let's heal, but he needs to step back. But like someone else said, he just released 2 days ago a book on healing together in your relationship.
He's been promoting it.
And he's been promoting it. And this sort of like goes into, well, we healed from this. And I think now, even if they're sincere about anything, it comes off as not right. And she is not looking, even though, and like I said, I love when she was quoting scripture and she was talking about, the armor of God, breastplate of righteousness, helmet of salvation, all of those things. I thought that was great, but I was like, baby, you need to heal. And I want to know, and a lot of people are saying, where are her girlfriends? Where are the people around her who can pray with her, who can, and bring her off? And I think he might have her isolated to the point where.
This is what I'm saying. If he is a true narcissist, trust me, those people, he got rid of those people a long time ago, or somehow convinced her that, he's all she needs.
Yeah, he strikes me as the type that would be like, oh, your friend was looking at me. Oh, she's trying to hit on me. And whole time her friend, no, I wasn't. And she would believe him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just strikes me as that grindy type of dude. I have never listened to him. I've never taken a piece of his advice. Somebody that's talking from their car all the time. It's something about that. I just like, I'm good on you. So,
yeah. And David, I agree with you. Divorce is in the Bible. Real talk. God is smart. Marriage isn't for everyone. I mean, that goes out.
But divorce was in the Bible, and they divorce for man because man. I mean, when you look biblically, it wasn't written biblically, but man wanted a divorce, so they said under these covenants you can do it. But yeah, it is in there, but it's not something that's declared by God.
If someone is abusing you in any way,
hello,
I think, thank you. You don't have to stay.
You gotta look for yourself.
You can leave.
And I think
anyway.
You gotta help and pray.
Yeah.
I think that's
and the thing is, I agree. And we talk about this, and especially women, we go through a lot in relationships. You find your boo, you want to, just give your all, your heart is open. And, if you do get cheated on, it hurts. It takes us down for a while. And you do need time to just heal and surround yourself with the people who truly are down for you, not the haters who would sleep with your man and really would flirt with your man, but the people, the relatives and the friends who build you up. You need a heavy dose of that for some time. You really need that because there's a deficit going on, and that's kind of what it looks like with Mrs. Jackson.
Mrs. Jackson, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. No, but you know what? The sad thing is,
don't make Coka-Lani break out into a rap.
But you know what's kind of it's lively, but Nina and now you were talking about it earlier. You're like, a lot of people for Halloween they're gonna bust out the Miss Jackson with the camouflage, and I can see that happen to be lighthearted of it. But again, Derek should be covering his wife and saying, he should be taking precautions for her to say, babe, let's step back because I care more about you than I care about myself. But he doesn't.
Well,
she has the opportunity to private her page, to stop posting, to deactivate her page, and focus on her family. She's on live every single day now. It's ridiculous.
With those stupid saxophones in the back, move them saxophones out the back.
Yeah, and there's a guitar back there too. What's going on with that?
Artist. I think she might.
Oh, she's a musician. Okay. I'm just praying for sis. I'm just really praying.
You're such the optimist, Coka-Lani. I'm sitting here like, Halloween costume.
Right now, the weight is going to be very heavy on her because what we're looking at is through social media. And again, they put their lives out there. So it is going to be scrutinized by everybody from different backgrounds. Everybody's going to have their opinion and they have to be built for that. But I think what she's trying to do is she's trying to combat every comment. And you can't do that, sis. You got to let it go.
She's on the defensive. I like what Lynn Jefferson said, too. When people show you who they are, believe them. Really? She ignored all the signs from jump. Sorry.
And he even said, once a cheater, always a cheater. He said that.
Yeah, really quick. So the blogger, I think, would you say her name was Tasha?
Okay.
So the blogger posted on her page, apparently she's got some more tea,
Yeah.
and she's giving him time to tell the world before
Oh,
she does.
yes.
I think he's probably been with people of the same sex, but I'm gonna just keep it there.
This is kind of what I was thinking too, because in Autumn, you sent that, when you sent me that link, that was the first thing that went to my mind.
Yes.
I mean, just because, how crazier can the story get? That'll do it.
He's
side baby.
Yeah, or a side, or somebody's currently pregnant. But I think it's answer A. I think he's been with other men before. But that's just, we gotta wait till this whole saga unfolds. I gotta be honest, this is better than reality TV right now.
And Nina, didn't Nina yesterday on the radio, didn't you say something about she was actually watching her husband with these women?
Yeah, so a lot of the posts she's archived, but baby, you know, the internet has receipts. It sounds like for about 10 years, it sounds like they were having threesomes. He was choosing the girl. There was a very specific dark-skinned girl who apparently in her mind was perfect. Her husband worshipped this woman sexually and tormented her with her, like really compared them, and she felt like she could never compare. She said, which was so crazy, she said, I've seen this woman being penetrated, I've seen her moan, I've seen her soaking wet. She said, I know her body better than I know my own, because she studied her that hard, trying to duplicate what she was, because her husband worshipped her sexually, and she said even that backfired.
Now, this wasn't spoken word. She wasn't speaking metaphorically about her body that she used to have. This is something that she was talking about.
No, I saw that post. Yeah, it was like a long post that she posted.
She had several of them. Because no one really knew who she was, she would a lot of times vent on social media. And I mean, who knew it was going to end up like this? And now, of course, there's receipts all over. But no, she's dealt with a lot of BS that this dude has put her through. And someone said it earlier. Like, she's also been very materialistic. I mean, she's got a lot of stuff going on, y'all. I mean, even the point when he bought her a Range Rover, when he first came into a little bit of money from his social media fame, she's like, my husband bought me, he put a ring on it, he bought me a house, he bought me a Range Rover. Ooh, my man is king. Like little stuff. That she's really caught in the sauce, because he has been working on her since she was like in high school. Like this. You know,
that's right.
The narrative, the manipulation, the gaslighting, the narcissism.
Stockholm syndrome. It gives me R. Kelly vibes, but not all the way like.
But it is.
Yeah.
To a certain extent, it really is, because as we talked about earlier, I mean, if you know anything about narcissists, this is a classic case. This doesn't veer off of that at all, with all the things, you know, making her feel like she's not very attractive, having the gall to make her watch you have sex with these other women, and then dog your wife by saying, you know, you should be more like her.
Well, let me just say this. If he were to come out on his own and say this and never put her on Front Street, and she dealt with things privately, how would we have responded? If we never saw her and he came out and just did a video and said, hey, I cheated on my wife, I did this, would we have respected the healing, the couple, and the marriage and whatever they did differently than him bringing her out and then she just taking Front Street?
We wouldn't be able to scrutinize her the way people are scrutinizing her. We would have still said he's trash. He needs a chair in the face.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't be able to be like, ooh, look at her hair. Look at her bonnet. Look at her old clothes. Look at her weight loss. Look at her, you know, what she's like, all of that. Like,
and what she's saying. And what she's saying. I mean, we wouldn't have as much information as we have now.
We wouldn't know who she was.
He didn't think about her.
She's very intentional with not posting their children. Every post of her children, she cuts off the face or takes photos of them backwards. So it's like, you know better not to put your kids out there, but yet you want she wants the fame, y'all.
Listen, mark my words, y'all. She is putting on a show right now. I guarantee, just watch. I guarantee you she's going to do a full 180 and she's going to pop up, hair laid, makeup done, and she's going to have a book herself. Like,
well, her hair has been laid. Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, and I believe that would be the best come up from this because her friends had commented under stuff and they said, hey, she always dresses real nice. She just took her braids out. So that's why she's wearing the hat and all those
exactly.
things. So I'm like, people are saying that. But like you said, if she were 6 months down the line, we see her on Oprah or somebody, she has a book coming out, she's healing. I think she would be more pivotal than what Derek has ever done.
Yeah, I think so.
Shout out to the comment section. You guys, it is lit. Roger, this couple ain't wrapped too tight. Shaking my head. No, they're not. Whatever the motivation is. I mean, someone commented early on, I think you read it, Nina, that, maybe this is it's all staged. Maybe it's for a book deal. I don't know. But in the meantime, I am praying for sis. I really am, because she's not a good actress. She looks like she is truly broken. And then by the things that she's saying, I just cannot.
They sent all of his videos from his truck for his entire thing. So that was suspect. Some people were like, he never was inside a house.
They said he was leaving from cheating. That's why he was coming from his side.
Oh my gosh. This is crazy.
He's like in an office setting, or he's like in a hallway. Most of them are in the truck, but he's actually posted from his house sometimes.
Oh, yes? Okay.
But
on his way to the side chick. Okay, let me just tell you this good advice real quick.
The side chick interview. Did you see the side chick interview, Nina?
The who?
The side chick interview.
I listened to it. I didn't see it. I listened to it.
Yeah.
But Lawan was saying, what about the video where he's speaking of himself in third person?
When he apologized. Yeah, that was crazy.
Just like Roger.
Narcissist.
Derek Jackson was unfaithful. Derek Jackson did sleep with other women. What? You are Derek Jackson.
Thank you. Hello. I like Prez's new name for him. Can we put that back up, Robin? Prez is giving him a new name. Yes.
Derek Jackson.
So for those of you in the comments who haven't seen the story, I mean, you could just Google Derek Jackson. I guess it's Jaxn, and it'll all come up there. We've gone over our time limit. We try to keep it to 30 minutes just to keep you all wanting more. And I want to invite everybody to come on over to Clubhouse tonight. It's BET, the Women of BET reunion. And so they started at 9:00. I was like, no. I got to do my thing at 9 with my radio sisters, but I'm going to hop on over there as soon as we finish. So you're all invited. It would be so great if you want to come, and any of you, if you want to join us on Clubhouse. So ladies, this was crazy. What a great conversation. Thank you.
Oh, that's like
amazing.
Gary Owen. We'll have to talk about that next week. You heard about that, right?
What?
His wife is divorcing him. Comedian Gary Owen. Comedian.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I got stories.
He can't talk about that in the comments too much. Did you want it real quick before we go? I mean, since
all I can say really quickly is that I saw that coming.
And I'm going to say I didn't know it. I've known him personally for 25 years, so I didn't see it coming. But you got to fill me in on him.
Whew.
Wow. Love it. Thank you all so much. All right, let's toast once again. Happy birthday, Robin.
Happy birthday, Robin.
Happy number 1 WHUR. Yes.
Okay.
You got the picture, Robin. All right. So we're going to, everybody give your shout outs. Let us know what you're up to, what's new and exciting in your radio world. Starting with you, Coka-Lani.
Hey, what's up? It's me, Coka-Lani, and I just want to say that I am praying for all marriages right now, all marriages, all relationships. We just want happy endings. We just bind the spirit of cheating and infidelity right now in the name of Jesus. Anyway, you can catch me every Saturday from 12 to 5. I will be on this Saturday and for the 4 p.m. face-off that we do every Saturday. This one, we are preparing you for the versus that takes place on April 3rd with Earth, Wind, and Fire and the Isley Brothers. So we're going to kick off a 2-week face-off this weekend with Earth, Wind, and Fire and the Isley Brothers. So I will see you Saturday.
Oh, my goodness. Earth, Wind, and Fire and the Isley Brothers. That's going to be lit. You already know. All right, Nina Brown, come in here, sis.
Thank you for tuning tuning in with us tonight. You can catch me every Monday through Friday on the Frank Ski Show from 3 to 7. You can also catch me on Twitter at Nina Brown. And my favorite is on Instagram at Panina Brown. And until next week.
I love that. Braden probably made that for her. That is super cute. I need one of those, Nina. In fact, I think we all do. All right, Autumn Joy, what's going on, lady?
Can I just shout out the J that Nina replaced the I with? Hey, everyone. It's your Midday Love, Autumn Joy Live. You can catch me on the #1 station in the DMV Monday through Friday, 10 to 3. We got DJ Farrah Fawcett. She is going to be joining us each and every Friday for the all-new Live Squad Lit Mix, so make sure you tap in. Also, be sure to rock out with me every day at 12:20. If you need a brand new iPhone 12, me and my girl, Corinne Hawthorne, we teamed up to qualify my Live Squad. All right. You can follow me at Autumn Joy with an I Live. Bye. Love you.
Love you too, Autumn. I'm in your live squad. I need a new phone. Just thought I'd leave you with that thought. Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. It is nothing without you. And I love all of your comments, and we're getting more and more people joining us. So keep telling your friends, tell some of your other friends that they should join us every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. sharp, right here. I'm Angela Stribling. I want to let you know that tomorrow night I go one-on-one with Lil Mo. She's got new music out, and I just love her personality. And as a matter of fact, I even invited her to come on this platform on Ladies' Night, and she said yes. So one of these nights, you're going to see her joining us. And right after that, tomorrow night, come to my platform because I get to go one-on-one with Nicole Walters. Have you ever seen that show, that television show, She's the Boss? Well, that's Nicole, and she's from Washington, D.C. She is doing it. I mean, she's such an entrepreneur. She teaches women, and actually women, men, whoever wants to know how to blow up their business. She teaches you how to turn it around and really make a lot of money. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow night, right after HUR at Home. A lot to unpack there. Oh, and Sunday night at midnight, right after Manzi Pullen and the Original Quiet Storm, it's me and Pillow Talk with Angela on 96.3 WHUR. Thank you so much for keeping us #1 in the DMV. Have a great night.